Alright, so I just realized that my microphone wasn't on in the car. So I don't know how good the iPhone footage is gonna do justice for my talking in the car, but starting out here on a hang clean, I'm just doing my first warm up set. I'm gonna knock this out, and then I've got a total of 4 sets, doing 65% of my max for two sets of 5, and then I'm doing 2 sets of 3 with 70% of my max. My max isn't really that high on hang clean. It's around somewhere between like 215 to 225. Nothing crazy, but I'm gonna knock out this warm up set, and then we'll move on to doing those 4 working sets. Alright, I'm gonna move on to something I've never done in front of you guys, but it's basically you got the barbell in the thing, and I'm doing squat and an explosive shoulder press. So we'll move with that. Alright, so rather than fucking trying to explain it without showing you guys, it's basically this pole is into that little thing that you can use for like back rows and stuff like that for a barbell. But I'm just doing 4 sets of 5, and it's gonna be like I'm gonna have it up, and I'm just squatting down and pressing overhead. So without further ado, let me show you how it works, and then we'll get into it. So just 2 more sets of that. Alright, I'm gonna move on to something else. Those things are tiring. Well, I'm glad that there's nobody in here, because these exercises that I do are quite, I don't even mean to say like embarrassing, but if I was somebody else working out and I seen somebody doing these, I'd be like, what the fuck? But either way, I'm doing some weighted jumps. I know it's funny, but doing 3 sets of 5, just explosive jumps as high as I can. So without me looking like a dumbass, I'm gonna try to do these 2 sets. Oh, all right, enough of that funny business. I'm gonna move on to something else. All right, I got my 70-pound buddy here doing some kettlebell swings, 3 sets of 8. So y'all know how this stuff works. But like I said earlier, like today's just a bunch of this little explosive type of movements. So everything I'm doing right now is just explosive. I mean, it's kind of legs, it's kind of not, but I'm doing hamstrings towards the end and I think some calf stuff too. But yeah, I'm gonna get this going and then we'll move on to something else after I get these 3 sets in. I'm going to move on to some leg curls, probably laying down because I like that machine. So I'll see you guys there. All right, I've done this machine before, but I don't know. I just really like a laying down hamstring machine. So I'm going to knock out 3 sets on this. Probably just go till failure because I haven't done much hamstring stuff. I'm gonna go do some split squat jumps, kind of like Bulgarian jumps. I've shown them before, but I'm gonna do 2 or 3 sets of that each leg. I'll show you guys that. Alright, I'm just doing 2 sets of that, but I'm gonna go pose down, see what kind of pump I have. But realistically, I don't really think it's gonna be much because I didn't do much. But I'm thinking I'm I'm going to go pose down, and then I'm going to probably show you guys how my stretch down goes. I've alluded to doing that for a little bit, but I decided I might as well since today's kind of a short lift and there wasn't much to it. So let's go pose down, and then I'll show you guys my stretching routine. All right, well, like I said, I don't really expect this to be much, but I feel like I'm too tall. All right, well, yeah, I don't really expect it to be much because I didn't do much, but my legs are kind of cooked. I still got a decent pump, I guess. My legs are so white. I don't know. Tree trunks. What do you? I don't know how to pose like that, but I don't know. So I'm gonna pretty much show you guys real quick here how I pose down at the end of every workout. It's a lot of leg stuff. I don't really do much upper body stuff because I gotta be really flexible with my position. So I really just focus on doing my legs. I've never really been one to stretch a lot, so realistically, I don't really ever stretch like my chest. Like obviously I do it before a lift to like get stretched out so I don't mess up anything. But yeah, this will be just a little bit of like some leg stretches, hamstring stretches, stuff like that. So I'll get into that, do a little montage with some titles on it and what each thing is and how long I do it. But we'll get into that. All right, well, I'm probably just going to end it here. Nothing really much else to say. That's my little stretching routine. But yeah, had a pretty good pump today. About to go home and finish up for the night, per usual. But as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, if this video looked interesting, check it out. Or if you want to support me, click that button. But that's all for me for now, so I will see you guys in the next video.